Day 28, here's to do with that feeling of, now what? So tomorrow's day 28 and you're almost done. Congratulations. And you're asking yourself, what do I do after day 28? And most people are thinking the challenge is ending. But I want you to consider not that this is ending, but this is the beginning. This is the beginning of many things. The relationship with your nervous system, the relationship with your ability to trust in the tools you've gained over this month. And that begins with understanding that calm isn't something you find, it's something you create. You create it with every breath, every single day, and you do it intentionally. And that's what this whole month has been about getting you the tools to create the calm in your life that you desire rather than wondering which direction life is going to push you. So day 28 is not the finish line, but yet the starting line, if you will. And so if you think about these tools that you're going to use the rest of your life, you can start thinking, oh, great, how am I going to be intentional about this the rest of my life? So ask yourself a different question, and that is, what do I want to take with me as this month concludes and I've learned these new tools? Because I would like to encourage you for today's practice to be journaling or voice memoing the idea of what do I want to take with me? What skill do I feel like I've mastered the most? What breath has really resonated with me? How do I feel the best? Because when you journal, you start acknowledging the wins you've had, and I think it's called consolidation learning. You're basically compressing down all the things you've learned over the month and you're writing them down and you're cementing that into the identity, this new identity that you've adopted, which is, I'm a person who does conscious breathing, which whatever identity you want to choose. Maybe it's just, I'm a calm person. I'm someone who chooses calm. Whatever that language you might be, every time you journal, it's going to help you cement in that identity shift into who you want to be versus who maybe you've been, which is someone who's been affected by the stresses of life. And, this is going to help increase the likelihood of you sustaining that behavior over time, and not just this month, next month, or next year, but for the rest of your life, so that you can be that grounded person that you want to be, and the calm individual who is unflappable, who's, we think of the mountain, and the storms roll in and the storms roll out, but that mountain is solid, it's there, it's not moving, it's unending, right? So you can be that mountain, you can be the strong one who uses their breath to stay calm and centered in that. So this is what this whole month has been about, and I want to encourage you to continue it, because you're never going to stop breathing until you're dead, of course, but you can do it intentionally, and you can do it with tools that we've talked about this month. And you may need to go back to the different videos. I've done a couple that have consolidated them down into all the breaths in one video, but pick the one that you want, save it somewhere so you can always go back to it in case you get thrown off course, and don't worry if you get thrown off course, because it's going to happen. It's not if, but when. So tomorrow we're going to celebrate. So we're going to celebrate day 28. We're going to celebrate accomplishing this challenge. We're going to feel good about that. We're going to feel good about ourselves, and we're going to feel good about everything we've learned about ourselves, what we've uncovered, what we've released, and things like that. And I'm going to give you the final tool that you're going to need to keep going through all the next months.